Rise and shine, family. All right, so today I want to talk to you guys about your mindset. Do you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? I'm going to describe the two, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about how we can turn that fixed mindset into a growth mindset and why it's more beneficial to have a growth mindset, okay? I'm gonna try to make it quick. I wrote a lot of these things down, so if you have a fixed mindset, you probably think that failure is the limit to your abilities. You're either good at something or you're not. Your abilities are unchanging, meaning they don't evolve. You have what you have, right? I don't like to be challenged. I can either do it or I cannot do it, right? That goes to that my abilities are unchanging. My potential is predetermined, okay? Meaning it doesn't matter how hard I work for something, it's gonna be what it is, right? When I get frustrated, I give up, okay? Do you feel that defines you? And do you see feedback and criticism as a personal attack, okay? And do you stick to what you know, okay? So these are all examples of what a fixed mindset may think, right? Now let me talk to you about the difference. Here's a growth mindset. Instead of seeing failure as the limit to your abilities, a growth mindset sees failure as an opportunity to grow. They feel like they can learn anything that they want to, right? Challenges help them to grow, okay? Your effort and attitude determines your abilities, okay? The amount of work you put in could actually make your abilities evolve, and we know this to be true, right? Feedback is constructive, not a personal attack, right? This is the growth mindset. They are inspired by the success of others. That's a growth mindset. And they like to try new things. So all of these are examples of what you would call a growth mindset. Okay, so it's up to you to determine which one that you have. If you recognize that you do have a fixed mindset, meaning you get frustrated and you quit on things, a lot of times when you fail, you just think that, hey, that's the end of it. Hey, I tried, right? I'm going to show you how to turn that into a growth mindset, and a lot of it is just your perspective. So let's look at life through the eyes of a bodybuilder, okay? A bodybuilder goes to the gym, and when they walk into this gym, they go in with every intention to work out and change their body. But when they leave that gym, their body still looks the same aside from a pump. You understand? Eventually, hours later, that pump resides or goes back down, subsides, and now they look the same. Right? It's only after consistent work can they begin to see a difference. And it's really hard for people who do this. If people who look to lose weight, they quit really early because when they look in the mirror, they don't see a difference. And this causes them to quit. Well, you got to push past that. You have to keep going, because if you do the work, the weight will come off. If you do the work, the muscles will come. You absolutely will get stronger. It's inevitable. You just have to stay consistent though. In life, we let that go out the window. And that's why I love how a bodybuilder looks at their craft or their profession. A bodybuilder's goal is to fail. When they walk into that gym, their goal is to absolutely fail. But they don't see failure as failure. They see failure as an opportunity to grow. Here's why. It is when you hit failure that your muscles grow back even stronger, that you have broken your muscles down to the point that they can't take anymore, and now your muscles evolve. Your muscles realize that you're putting more on it than it can handle, and it adapts. This is why your muscle grows. This is why it gets stronger, and this is precisely why you want to work it to failure, right? You want to max it out. So that's what failure looks like to a bodybuilder, not a reason to quit or give up. The goal is failure. The goal is to be able to walk out of that gym not being able to lift your arms because you're so much in pain from the work that you did. And that challenge is appreciated. They love that challenge versus someone who doesn't like to be challenged. A bodybuilder's whole goal is to be challenged the entire time that they're working out. You understand? With the weight that they put on, that they stack on that bar, it's going to challenge their muscles to grow, and they have to push past those challenges. You understand? Every time they go back to that gym, they record themselves. A lot of them do. How much can I lift now? Instead of looking at how much do you weigh now, what are my results? Look at your efforts. Don't look at the results all the time, because the results may discourage you, and they may not be accurate. Sometimes you have to look at your effort. You understand? Look at what you put in, because that's what's going to yield your results. When you see a bodybuilder, you're not walking around thinking, well, hey man, he probably just, someone gave him those muscles. No, you know they worked for it. Regardless of what they took, you know they worked for it, right? As a bodybuilder, I didn't hate on any guys that were larger than me. I simply looked up to them. They inspired me. This is what I mean by the success of others becoming an inspiration to you. When I walked into the gym and I saw guys larger than me, a lot of times I'd ask them, man, how did you get your shoulders like that? How did you get your biceps like that? How do you get that peak on your bicep? And they would tell me different little workouts to do, and I would take it all as constructive, not as a personal attack. If I was doing a workout and a bodybuilder walked up to me and said, hey, if you turn your arm at the end of that curl, turn your pinky up towards the outside of your arm at the end of that curl, you'll feel more of a burn on the inside of that peak, and you'll feel the difference. And then I don't see that as, man, get away from me. Don't you see I'm trying to work out? I say, okay, I'm going to try that, right? As a bodybuilder, I had pictures of other bodybuilders on my wall, on my mirror, all that, just so I could be reminded of my goals every single day. I knew these guys were larger than me, but they inspired me, right? They inspired me to work out even harder. They inspired me to correct my diet. And the thing about it is, when you're trying to be successful, you have to understand that diet is key to your mental state. If you're putting things into your mind, okay, that cause you to be stagnant, like say if you're binge watching certain shows and things of that nature, it's not that the shows themselves are bad, but if you're binge watching them and you're not working towards your goals, then they could be causing you to be stagnant, meaning they can be in your way. They could be between you and success. So you want to get that out of your diet and put something else in your diet for now that inspires you to go towards your goals, to move towards your goals, right? So remember this, bodybuilders are always correcting their diet, right? They may come up with a diet plan that they feel will work for them, but then as they go on, as they continue on, they look at themselves in the mirror, they critique themselves, and they will adjust and take certain things out and add certain things to get that look that they want. This is what you have to do. This is what we have to do. In life, we have to get our diet right, right? What do you take into your body? And it's not just food, it's what do you take into your mind, right? What do you spend most of your time doing? Do you spend most of your time in things that inspire you or that take you away from your craft or goal? You see what I'm saying? And so this is what you want to look at life like to be able to develop that growth mindset, because too many times it becomes easy to fail. If you're a person who hops on the scale and measures your waist every time you work out, you'll likely quit because you're looking for results. Your mindset is only set on results when your mindset should be set on the effort and the work. Do the effort, put forth the effort, put forth the work, and believe me, the results have to come. All failure is things not looking the way you expected them to look. That, my friends, is no reason to quit. It is a reason, though, to develop, to grow, change, and come back again. Take something from that failure and come back and be better. That's it. When I was boxing, it was just that. When my trainer Keith would get past my guard and hit me, I would recognize it as something I was doing wrong. I didn't take the gloves off and want to quit and say I'll never be good. I realized that I got better every single time. And Keith would get to the point to where I could finally hit him, and he would tell me, man, that was a good shot. Man, you almost knocked me out with that one, And sometimes you just gotta keep going and going and going until you can finally land that hit. You know what I mean? So family, I encourage all of you guys, if you have that fixed mindset, try your best to just look at life from a different perspective, and maybe you will see that it's not productive to you to look at life like, if I fail, then it's just over. Maybe it's more productive to you to think about life or failure as an opportunity to grow, to be a better person. You understand? Each failure is an opportunity to have more knowledge. So when you look at life, you can say, well, dang, I failed, it's over. But no, you're only saying it, you're here. So when it happens in life, like say, when you read a book, you can read about a character's life, right? Well, and you can read it from beginning to end. And so if you're in the first or second chapter and you're reading about the character, it's not the end, it's just obstacles, right? Well, in your life, it's not the same. You are the character, so you don't see it from the end. And you don't know if you're in the first or the second chapter or whatever chapter. So you see everything is just it is what it is right now. But you have to understand that what may seem like a failure today could very well be success tomorrow, right? So see failure as an opportunity, learn from it, and grow, family. Go back and be better. You understand? Be evolution, be the change that you want to see, and no candle loses its flame from lighting the other. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you have found yourself. Peace, family. And by the way, join my Patreon for those of you who have not. As an appreciation to you guys, I'm going to be doing weekly Q&As on there where I answer whatever question that you guys have for me. A lot of you guys understand that I am a celebrity life coach. And that's what I'll be doing on my Patreon. I'll be giving you guys advice and information. All right, so make sure you join the support. And I thank you all that have already been supporting. I thank all of you who are going to support. All right, but I'm going to do this exclusively, excuse me, for my patrons as they support me monthly. All right, family. Love you all. See you soon. Peace.